All right, September 22nd, 2022. We are now headed into a depression. This channel is not to scare you. This channel is to prepare you. Federal Reserve continues to raise rates. I went out on a limb on this video blog and I said this is going to be the last rate hike. They're saying it's not, and the reason I said that, it's not because I was just guessing. I'm just putting some pieces together, and I believe that midterms are the biggest driver for easy money. And what that means, in order to buy votes, you want to make sure that people's 401ks go back into green as quick as possible. Now there is not much time left. We got definitely less than 2 months. We're looking at overall, for those that are not at 401k, they're just speculating, investing in the stock market, they're getting clobbered as we speak. It just continues. The market continues to bleed red every single day now, with a couple of bounces here and there. But for the most part, you're looking at year to date roughly 15 to 20% drop in the major indexes. And this is no surprise because the markets are so used to easy money, and that means quantitative easing. Let's print more. Let's lower Fed's fund rate basically to zero. Okay? So that way, listen to this, banks can borrow from the Fed Reserve. They borrow the currency that they have infinite amounts of, to infinity and beyond, and they use that currency to buy real assets with, like land, physical gold, you name it. That's what they're doing. So why would they want these rates to go up? So they're paying on debt to borrow. They're basically paying interest way higher than it was 2 years ago. And on top of all that, we're looking at right now, if you compare what happened when United States was under severe inflation back in like mid 70s up to about roughly 1980, it was the federal debt was 30% of GDP. Right now it's 130%. So again, you're looking at these rate hikes, government basically becomes insolvent because you're looking at roughly $1 trillion per year now that they have to pay on the debt. Now all this mountain of debt, they continue to accumulate. So I believe they will reverse course. I will stick by that. If they do not, if it is true what they are saying, if they continue raising rates now again in the next couple of months, maybe 1 or 2 more rate hikes this year, and if they want to get up to that 4.5–5% for the Fed's fund rate by maybe mid-2023, we are looking at not just Great Depression, the greatest depression, because of all those outline reasons that I just named. So I believe they will take easier way out of this. They don't want deflation, they want inflation, they want artificially propped up markets. They like easy money, banks like low interest rates, and I believe they only raise these rates right now few percentage points so they have room to cut. Because there is going to be another crisis, possibly nuclear war or another, pandemic, and they will say, you know what? Hold on, we got to stop with all this tightening. We really tried to tame inflation, but we have to focus on saving all of you right now, and we're going to shower you with free currency again. And that's what I believe is going to happen. I could be wrong. Either way, unfortunately, if you are not positioned in hard assets here, if you do not have real things in your possession, I believe you lose. This is not investing advice. This is not trading advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing and why. So we are looking at high inflation in double digits, possible hyperinflation, which is now more probable than ever. Okay? Maybe it's at 30% chance, maybe it's at 40, possibly some people say 50% chance of hyperinflation, but that is pretty high, okay? And if you say, well, no, it's not, it's only 5%, well, there is still a chance that we hyperinflate. And I believe we are right around 50% right now based on what they're doing, because you're looking at what happened with student loans. We continue printing, sending trillions of dollars now to Ukraine. This is not stopping. So all of this is just a bigger and bigger tab for the middle class to pick up, okay? So it's either mass inflation, super inflation, double-digit inflation, high inflation, whatever you want to call it, hyperinflation, or the Greatest Depression. And I made videos on this on probably several occasions just in the last year. One of them is titled Hyperinflation or Great Depression, because a lot of people continue talking about the Fed basically put themselves in the corner. They're between the rock and the hard place, blah, blah, blah. No, they put me in that spot. They're fine because they've been and they continue to use all this currency to buy real things with, okay? They're just fine. 1%ers are just fine. So yeah, the Dixie, the dollar index is strong, even though every time you go to the grocery store, you need more dollars to buy same shit you were buying just the day before. But hey, as long as you read headlines, strong dollar, I guess everything is good, right? Again, unless you're living physically in different countries holding US dollars, you're doing a lot better than those people. Let's say if you were in Argentina holding their currency. If you're trading some kind of Dixie, through Dixie avenues, you're long, you're making some profits there. But overall, we all know purchasing power is going to shit, okay? And this is not going to stop anytime soon. Prepare, continue preparing. Ignore all the talking heads from the mainstream media, and you will do just fine. You will not get destroyed like, unfortunately, a lot of people will. It's going to get bad, guys. I really believe there is going to be people out in the streets just praying on their knees. That's how bad it is going to get. Not just in third world countries, that's already happening. It is going to happen in United States as well. And it's all deliberate. It is a deliberate plan to destroy you. Okay? Why? Because we've got freaks in charge, sadistic, satanic freaks that like power. And the more people on their knees, the easier you can control them. History repeating right before your eyes. Take care. We will talk soon. I am out.